Started with their third straight victory. It's the Lakers opening 2020 with a division foe. The Phoenix Suns are in town. Tip-off at Staples Center is at 7:30 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. And with that, we say Happy New Year. Welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer, Big Game, James Worthy. Of course, Tough Juice, Caron Butler. Happy 2020 to the both of you.
2020. It's going to be a big year.
Twin.
Is your vision 2020?
It better be.
It better be.
Yeah, shit.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Mine either. But let's get this thing started. Before we get to tonight's game, we talk about the NBA family. They're mourning on this normally celebratory day. Longtime Commissioner David Stern has passed away. He suffered a brain hemorrhage nearly 3 weeks ago. In his 30 years as commissioner, Stern led the NBA through times of incredible growth and change. There were plenty of challenges, but he was widely regarded as one of the best commissioners that any sport has ever seen. David Stern was 77 years old. Among the many things that Stern accomplished in his 30 years as commissioner included the dynamic growth of the NBA. The league added 7 franchises during his tenure to the current 30 teams. The game grew globally as well through the Dream Team in 1992 and the increased number of international players playing in the league. NBA revenue, when he started, was $165 million per year. When he retired, that number was $5.5 billion per year. Stern was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2014. Current Commissioner Adam Silver released a statement which read, in part, David took over the NBA in 1984 with the league at a crossroads. But over the course of 30 years as commissioner, he ushered in the modern global NBA. He launched groundbreaking media and marketing partnerships, digital assets, and social responsibility programs that have brought the game to billions of people around the world. Because of David, the NBA is a truly global brand, making him not only one of the greatest sports commissioners of all time, but also one of the most influential business leaders of his generation. Every member of the NBA family is the beneficiary of David's vision, generosity, and inspiration. Our deepest condolences go out to David's wife, Diane, their sons, Andrew and Eric, and their extended family, and we share our grief with everyone whose life was touched by him. Guys, from the moment we were told about Commissioner Stern's brain hemorrhage, many feared this news would happen. Unfortunately, it is here. I know for the both of you, he was your commissioner for the majority of your careers. James, I just want to start with you and the impact he had, not only on you as a player, but also as a person.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about Commissioner Stern. He knew you as a person, and he cared about you as a person first, understanding that you were a part of a big corporation. And you know, when he took over, the league was a mess. It had no mission, it had no vision, no drug policy. And he came in and he got those owners together and he made them recognize that the NBA could be, because the talent was there, didn't have a television contract. He consummated that. He created that East Coast West Coast, challenge between the Lakers and the Celtics, and implemented so many other rules and with television, and it's just an amazing guy. And I had a chance to know him personally and get to talk to him on a personal basis, and he was just really cool about who you were as a person. But he wanted you to understand that you were representing a huge corporation that had grown globally by the time I retired in 93, 94. So he took it, and everything that we're experiencing, Caron, and everything that these young players are now experiencing, he is almost 100% responsible for. A great man and just an honest, cool dude.
A big game, you touched on it. Look, he was a visionary. Yeah. He gave us the strong foundation and the momentum we needed to, thrive in the future. And I'll never forget, as a young man, working on my game and homing on my skills at the House Street Park and trying to be the best possible version of myself, to get on that podium and just have that moment to shake the commissioner's hand. And that was a dream of mine, a dream come true. And he's changed the life of not just the players that have been a part of the association, but millions of people that watch the game from different walks of life. And it's just amazing what he's done. His legacy is secured.
I compare him to, my college coach, and I'm sure you had experiences with other coaches. Coach Dean Smith, John Wooden, Coach K has some of that. There's a lot of coaches, but those two in particular really had rules. They were firm, and, they really cared about, who you were as a person. And you didn't get that at the professional level that much. And Commissioner Stern, when he came on the scene, he kind of was that soft, caring guy, but also knew how to, be firm. And I just love that about him. It kind of reminded me of my college coach. That's why I wanted to add that on.
Look, if you're just a fan of the NBA, if you read and look at all the messages and stories that are being told along with the two of you just now, his legacy, it's immeasurable. What he was able to do and the way he was able to impact those that he came in touch with and beyond. Many are mourning his loss, of course, today. Very well said by the both of you guys. The Lakers issued a statement following Stern's passing, saying the Lakers organization is mourning the passing of former NBA Commissioner David Stern, whose unprecedented vision and tireless spirit made the game what it is today. Our thoughts and deepest sympathies are with his wife, Diane, and his family. Now, of course, the Lakers will hold a moment of silence for David Stern before tonight's game as we pivot to the first game of 2020. The Lakers host the Suns. We go live courtside at Staples Center. Lakers reporter Mike Trudell is always the first on the floor. Happy New Year to you, Mike.
Hey guys, Happy New Year to you as well. And Frank Vogel did address, of course, the David Stern's passing, and I think you're going to get to that later in the show. I did also want to ask him about this game tonight, though. And Phoenix a little bit different the last week than they had been. They lost 8 straight games and really just weren't playing well. They had a bunch of guys out, not a lot of cohesion even from last season, but they have most of their bodies back in this one, including DeAndre Ayton in his second year. He's going to come off the bench tonight. So that's where we started with Frank Vogel, just getting a sense of what he's seen from Phoenix of late. What stands out to you about the way Phoenix has been playing since they're starting to get guys back, and how do you think that impacts what the way that they'll look tonight?
Yeah, well, it's to me it's more puzzling that they had an 8-game losing streak than it is to see them win 2 in a row on the road and play well. I think they got a really good team. Obviously sent around a young star in Devin Booker, and they've brought in some some grown-ups around him. To have some maturity and some veteran leadership and all those types of things, and really just stabilize the environment around him. So they've got a great team, and obviously getting Ayton back is giving them a big lift, and we're gonna have to be at our best to beat them. What have you noticed most about your team defensively over the last couple of weeks and just getting through that December stretch and now moving into the new season, or new year, I should say? Yeah, I think I feel like we've tightened the screws a little bit in the last couple of games with some of the things we're trying to do, and some of the habits we're going to, obviously try to build throughout the season that will come and go, with practice time, and things obviously slip, at certain times. But I feel like we've done a good job the last couple of games, and hopefully returning to form to where we were when we were on those big win streaks, and hopefully we can keep it going. All right, guys, so it seems like a while since the Lakers actually played the Suns. It wasn't that long ago, but it was about kind of early to mid-November. They hit a ton of threes, 16 in that game. It was kind of nip and tuck, and Aaron Baines and Dario Saric both hit 4 in the starting lineup. So that'll be something the Lakers have to keep an eye on tonight here at Staples Center.
No doubt about it. Kyle Kuzma also hit some big ones late, now rocking the new hairdo. Maybe he can get back on track here tonight. Thanks so much, Mike. The Lakers and Suns are coming up at 7:30 here on Spectrum Sportsnet. We take a look at Alex Caruso getting warmed up at Staples Center. AC Fresh scored just 6 points in the Lakers' win over the Mavericks on Sunday. We know his on-court impact doesn't always show up in the box score. And coming up on Access, LeBron James has been dropping dimes like crazy.